we are going to look at bank reconciliation statement. And this is financial accounting, suitable for CPA foundation, suitable for ATD level 1, suitable for knec business courses. Yes, and when we undertake this process of reconciling the bank and our cash book, there are the steps that we are supposed to follow as shown below. And one of the steps is to update the cash book. You need to update the cash book. From there, then we reconcile. And remember, when we talk of the updating of cash book, this is where we correct the errors. We correct the errors done by the business, such as omitting a transaction, overstating a transaction. Yes. And we are going to do an illustration here. Illustration CPA, April 2022. April 2022. Question number 5C. And the question reads, on that year's September 2021, the cash book bank column of legume traders showed a debit balance of shillings 530,000, while the bank statement balance on the same date had a balance of shillings 608,500. On investigation, the following discrepancies were discovered. We have note 1 all the way to note number 7. Required an updated cash book as at 30th September 2021. So we go step by step. Let's update the cash book. The examiner requires us to update the cash book. We update the cash book, and therefore we start with name of the enterprise, and this is legume traders. This is updated cash book, and we say as at 30th September 2021. 2021. We just draw a T account. Remember, the left side of the account is known as debit, so here we write DR, meaning debit. The right side is called credit. So left side is debit, right side is credit. Here we put the currency denomination. We are using shillings. We are using shillings. Already in the question, we are being told the opening balance. The opening balance for this cash book, it is on the debit, and it is 530,000. So we record here balance brought forward. Here it is 530,000. From there, we go note by note. Note number 1, check received from debtor for shillings 92,000 and debited in the cash book was refunded by the bank stamped insufficient fund on 20 September 2021. So there was this dishonor check. And anytime there is honor check, it means our money is reducing because we had already recorded that check that we have received this amount from this data, but going to the bank dishonored the check, and therefore that one should reduce our money. And anything that reduces your money, you should credit, and therefore here we say dishonored dishonored check. Dishonored check of how much? Of 92,000. 92,000. So this is dishonored. It is just that I'm writing in short form. So number 2, receipt from a debtor of shilling 65,000 was entered as payment in the cash book. So there was this receipt that we received from a debtor, and the accountant of this enterprise made a mistake. He or she treated that receipt as payment, and therefore he had credited that amount. To correct that error, we are going to debit that amount like this. And here, the amount was 65,000. Since they had already recorded this amount to the wrong side of the account, we are supposed to double the amount, and then we record that figure there. So anytime a transaction is being recorded to the wrong side of the correct account, to correct that error, you are supposed to record that transaction on the opposite side and you double the amount. Because if you write only one entry, if you record, for example, you record 65,000, that will cancel the error. It will cancel the error, but in your account, you remain with nothing. That is why we are doubling, so that we can remain with 65,000 in our account. Number 3, bank charges amounting to shillings 95,000 were reflected in the bank statement only. Yes, it means there were charges that we have been charged, and that reduced our money. Bank charges, we credit. Anything that reduces your money, you are supposed to credit it in your cash book. Because cash is an asset. Increase in asset, we debit. Decrease in asset, we credit. So this bank charge was 9,500. There is this check totaling, note number 4, check totaling to shillings 299,000 had been issued to supplier but not yet presented to the bank. So that will not affect our cash book. There are those items which do not affect your cash book. Example is an unpresented check. The other one is an uncredited check. The other one is error committed by the bank. So here we are correcting our own errors, error committed by our accountant here. When it comes to the bank, that entry should go to the bank reconciliation statement. So that unpresented check is an item of bank reconciliation. Number 5, we have standing order for rent 230 was effected in the bank as per the bank statement, but was not recorded in the cash book. So we come here, order, standing order. Standing order reduce your money. Why? Because the bank, you have instructed your bank to be deducting a given amount and pay that amount to other account, meaning in your account money is reducing. So standing order 230,000. 230,000. Higher. We have note number 6. Check amounting to 206,000 shillings were received and debited in the cash book. This check had not yet been credited. So that is an uncredited check. It has got nothing to do in our cash book. We are being told it was recorded in the cash book, so we cannot record it again. And there was no error in that recording. Number 7, customer made direct deposit of shillings 187 into the business bank account. So there was this customer who deposited money into our account directly without informing us. So we are supposed to record that amount. Here it is, we call it direct deposit. It will increase your money. 187,000. From there now, what is remaining, we just balance our account. We balance our account. And this is how we balance our account. You find the total for debit side. You write it somewhere. Complete the total for credit side. Write it somewhere. The side with the higher amount gives you total for both sides. For example, if we add up all this, we are supposed to get around, kindly confirm, we are supposed to get around 847,000. 847,000 on this side. Whereas on this side, it is 3,500, meaning this side is small. So the side with the large amount gives us total 847,000. Even here we record 847,000. Then the difference is known as balance carried forward. It is the balancing figure. And it is the difference between the debit and credit side. Difference between the larger amount and the lesser amount. If you take this plus this plus this, you are going to get 3,500. So when you take 3,500, you minus from 847,000. Probably we are going to get 500. That is the balancing figure. And that is what we call the updated cash book. You update it by correcting the errors done by the business or done in the business. Now let's go to Roman 2. Bank reconciliation statement as at that 10th September 2021. Bank reconciliation statement. Here you come and say legume traders. This is bank reconciliation statement. We say as at that is September 2021. 2021. Here we are using shillings. We are using shillings. Okay, we start with the balance as per updated cash book. That balance that we have computed, that balance carried forward, it is the one we started here. In that balance, it is 515,500. 515,500. Then we come here and say add. We add unpresented check. Unpresented check. And the reason as why we are adding unpresented check is because previously we have directed this check in our books of account. We have treated this check as payment, but since the one we are paying has not presented, has not taken the check to the bank, so the bank has not yet deducted the money from our account. That is why we are adding it back, because it is not presented. Money has not been deducted from our account. And this unpresented check was totaling to 299,000. Then we come here, add less uncredited check. Less uncredited check. The reason as why we are lessing uncredited check. Remember, uncredited check is a check that has been already presented, has already taken to the bank, but due to the clearing process of the check, the bank has not yet entered the money, wired the money to the system. And because on our side, we as a business, we recorded this check as money received, as income. Yet the bank has not wired the money to our account. Meaning in our account there is nothing. We are supposed to deduct these. So uncredited check, it is on note number 6. It is totaling to 206,000. 206,000. Nothing else. Now what you get should be balance as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement. So we take 5,100 plus 299,000 minus 206,000. We get 608,500. And this is the balance that we have been given in our question.